The hidden story behind Ousmane Dembele. Dembele's comeback. This has to be the greatest comeback for a player, whether you look at it from this season or a couple seasons ago. We'll start on the 1st of May 2019. Barcelona are on the counter-attack against Liverpool in stoppage time of the first leg. It's a 3-on-1 and Messi squares the ball to Dembele. Just Dembele and Alisson. Everyone watching probably expected the back of the net to be destroyed, ending any chance Liverpool may have. He hit it straight at Alisson. This ended up being costly, as Barcelona lost 4-0 at Anfield, knocking them out of the Champions League semi-finals. This is where the Barca fans turned against him. They already wasn't impressed with him. His injury record was bad, which was somewhat out of his control, but the fans didn't take it well. They lost a lot of patience with him, and from 2019 to 2021, majority of the Barcelona fans wanted him gone and replaced. Some even said he was the biggest flop in history. This all changed on November 6th, 2021. Xavi steps in as Barcelona coach, replacing Ronald Koeman. Xavi took Dembele aside and tried to understand why things were going badly at Barcelona. He took the player's side and stayed patient with him. He also came out in the press conferences saying he's never seen a natural talent like this. Keep in mind, Xavi played with arguably the greatest player of all time, Messi. He also played with arguably the best skillful player of all time, Neymar. He also said that when used correctly, he could become the best player in the world. Huge praise from the former Barcelona legend, who clearly tried his best in helping Dembele gain his form back, and indeed he did. Dembele started enjoying his football again, and formed an excellent partnership with Aubameyang, as he featured for a left winger for the first couple months under Xavi, and the fans seemed to see potential in him, as he ended the season with 13 assists, the most in La Liga that season. On to the 2022-23 season. We saw Dembele feature more consistently. He was getting injured less and started scoring slightly more. He had big impacts on matches, despite not scoring or assisting. It was clear he was a headache for defenders and provided something unique in attack for Barcelona. He had finally won the fans over. He helped Barcelona win the La Liga title with 5 goals and 7 assists, but there was one issue. Dembele had a really cheap release clause in his contract, and Xavi had held talks with Dembele, trying to convince him to stay and not go. Laporta also interfered, and he tried to talk with him, but PSG activated the 50 million release clause. Dembele was in a dilemma here. He's finally won the Barca fans' hearts over, but PSG, the best team in his home country, and due to negotiations in the past with Barcelona, he would receive 25 of the 50 million PSG paid Barcelona. Dembele had 2 options here. Stay, as you finally hit good form again, or leave for your home country and 25 million. Despite Xavi's and Laporta's efforts, they couldn't get Dembele to stay. 12th of August, Dembele signed on a 5-year contract with PSG. Xavi publicly came out and said he was disappointed. Many, including myself, raised their eyebrows at the decision of leaving, as a lot assumed he wouldn't have Enrique's support as much as Xavi's, and he finally built up some form. Dembele's start to life in PSG wasn't the best. It took Dembele 3 months to score his first goal for the club. He just didn't look like he could finish at all. It was almost as if we were seeing the old Dembele has returned, sloppy with his chances and doesn't seem to impact the game. Everyone was unsure of him. In 6 months, he had only scored 2 goals. For someone who was brought in to replace Messi, yes, I know Messi wasn't the best at PSG, this still isn't good enough. The Champions League draws came in, and it was confirmed 10th of April 2024, Barcelona and PSG verse each other in the quarterfinals. Dembele returns to the club, whose fan base cannot stand him. He hadn't scored a Champions League goal all season, and what a time to get your first Champions League goal. Barcelona are up 1-0. It's the 48th minute, and Dembele picks the ball up on the edge of the box, shifts it onto his left foot, slams it into the back of the net. He goes wheeling off in front of the PSG supporters, celebrating against his former club, who already couldn't stand him. However, PSG lost the game 3-2, and they were away from home in the second leg, where the Barcelona fans promised Dembele Figo treatment. PSG went 2 goals down on the tie, in the 12th minute when Rafinha scored. In the 40th minute, however, a cross was put into the box. Who else but Ousmane Dembele to finish it into the roof of the net? Keep in mind, he only scored 2 Champions League goals all season in that campaign, and both of them came against his former club Barcelona. Every time he touched the ball, he was being jeered with boos by the Barcelona fans. With the tie all level, Dembele picks the ball up, takes on Cancelo, in the box and wins a penalty, which Mbappe converted. He gets subbed off in the 80th minute, and he has the biggest smile on his face. He had the last laugh of Barcelona. PSG went through thanks to Ousmane Dembele's brilliance. However, this was his only positive thing in the season, and with Mbappe now gone, there was pressure on him to step up, considering they didn't buy anyone to replace Mbappe. Welcome to the 2024-25 season. Dembele has had a good start to the year, scoring 4 goals in 6 matches. But on the 30th of September, Luis Enrique, head coach of PSG, confirms the decision to sideline Dembele. As he said, if someone doesn't comply or respect the expectations of the team, it means they are not prepared to play. Wow, your own manager zoning you out of the team. He was eventually brought back into the team, but his form dipped until January. 22nd of January 2025, PSG vs Man City, game week 7 of the UCL. He gets subbed on at half time while it's 0-0. If PSG lose this game, they're knocked out of the Champions League, so a win is a must. They go 2-0 down, but Dembele steps up, scoring 3 minutes after Manchester City went 2-0 up, eventually helping PSG win 4-2. This is when, in my opinion, Dembele's season turned around. He started consistently playing, he started in the striker position, and he was banging in goals left, right and centre. He scored the equaliser against Liverpool to help them go through on penalties. He also scored his penalty as well. A stunning goal against Arsenal at the Emirates to silence the whole stadium. 2 assists in the Champions League final with insane pressing. He helped secure their first Champions League and the treble. Suddenly, he's in the Ballon d'Or shouts. Someone who was written off by his former fans, his current manager sidelining him, and turned into a meme on social media, to an official Ballon d'Or winner. Ousmane Dembele, you truly have the most meaningful Ballon d'Or in history in my opinion. Congratulations. That's the end of the video, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment what you think of the most recent Ballon d'Or winner, Ousmane Dembele. Thank you for watching.